Cassell injured a hamstring in that game. He will not play tonight. That could be huge. So the onus once again is on Kevin Garnett, 10th in the league in scoring, number 1 in rebounding.
Also the number 1 rated player in terms of efficiency ranking. He can do it all. The number 1 rebounder, averaging just under 15 a game. He also can block shots defensively. He makes things so much easier for his teammates. One of the top big men in assists as well. The big ticket is having a big night. He had 47. That was a career.
MCI Center, and the fans have been flocking to see this exciting group of Wizards who came up with a huge win over Seattle on Thursday night, 107-96, as the Wizards picked up their 18th victory on the season. All right, time to take a look at the starting lineups. First for the visiting Minnesota Timberwolves, who will make a change in their starting lineups. Troy Hudson will be in the backcourt, starting in place of Sam Cassell. Cassell injured a hamstring against Philadelphia last night late in the game, and he will not play. Latrell Sprewell also in the backcourt for Minnesota. In the front court for the Timberwolves, Wally Szczerbiak with Kevin Garnett and Irvin Johnson getting the start in place of Michael Olowokandi. Szczerbiak against the Wizards, 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. The head coach in his 9th season is Phil "Flip" Saunders. Saunders' second longest tenure in the NBA behind Jerry Sloan of the Utah Jazz. Your Washington Wizards are 18-13 overall, 11-5 at home, 7-8 on the road, and 5-5 against teams from the Western Conference. Gilbert Arenas and Larry Hughes in the backcourt. Gilbert has scored 69 three-pointers this season, and he has made at least 1 3-point field goal in 21 straight games. He averages 22.5 points a game. In the front court at the forwards, Jared Jeffries and Antoine Jamison with Brendan Haywood at center. Haywood, a terrific game against the Sonics Thursday with 12 points, and he hit his first 8 free throws and went 8 for 8 from the free throw line. In his second season as head coach of the team is Washington, D.C.'s Eddie Jordan, now with an overall record of 43 wins and 70 losses in 2 years, and Eddie 5-5 against the West this season. Against the Wizards' last victory against the T-Wolves, January 2nd, 2001 here in Washington. So Minnesota is hurting a little bit. Mark Madsen didn't even make the trip. He fractured a thumb. He is out. And Sam Cassell, that's the biggest absence for this Minnesota team. Cassell straining a right hamstring with 25 seconds to play last night in the game against the Sixers. Yeah, he will not play.
I happened to be watching that game. There was no contact. He just evidently pulled a muscle. Kevin Garnett using his foot to stop that backdoor pass from Arenas. And but getting back to Cassell, just went down, and you didn't know what had happened. But now it's a strained muscle pull, and he won't be playing tonight. That's a big loss for Minnesota.
Wizards have won 3 in a row. They have a 4-game win streak this season. Hughes takes the long jumper and hits the first shot of the game, a 3-pointer. And for Larry Hughes, that's number 30 on the season.
Boy, his shooting has really gone up lately over the last 3 to 4 weeks, especially from 3-point range.
They were hot against Seattle, and it looks like the smoke still hasn't cleared yet from their shooting or from this building. And Kenny Mauer spots a foul on Jared Jeffries as we take a look at the guys to keep an eye on tonight. Of course, KG and Gilbert Arenas.
Well, Kevin Garnett leads this team in just about everything. He's 9th in scoring, but number 1 in rebounding. Gilbert Arenas leads his team, and he's 10th in scoring.
Phil, the last time these teams played, Antoine Jamison was really baffled by the defense played by Garnett. And they look like they have Haywood to start tonight on KG.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to try and get some height in there to bother Kevin Garnett. We'll see who Kevin matches up with, because he really bothered Antoine Jamison that last game. Antoine 4 for 10 from the field, only 8 points, and that had a major effect on the outcome of the game.
And Garnett, conversely, had 18 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists in the win over the Wizards.
He also had 4 blocked shots.
Foul was called on Irvin Johnson. First team foul on Minnesota. Hughes has to give it up to Arenas. To Jamison for the jumper, no good. Troy Hudson pulls it down. Up ahead to KG, and he scores, and he's fouled.
Well, you could see Antoine Jamison trailing Garnett that whole time, just couldn't get around in front of him. That's another amazing thing about this big guy. He's a 7-footer that can run the floor. He handles that pass nicely, and Antoine can never get around in front of him.
Garnett shoots 79% from the field, averaging 23.7 points a game. That's 10th in the league. Makes the three-point play. He's number 1 in rebounding at 14.8. He's 14th in assists at 6.2, 9th in steals, and 19th in blocks.
He does it all.
Bad pass. That's a Wizards turnover.
Well, as a receiver of a pass, you have to be willing to go with the guard making that entry pass. Gilbert can see where the opening is. He also can see the defender behind him. Gilbert was leading Jarrett to the open spot, but Jarrett evidently got locked into his position and couldn't move for the ball.
Pattern that we've seen develop for this Wizards team. Turnovers, when they keep them at a minimum and make their free throws, they're in every game or they win.
Yeah, did an excellent job of protecting the ball against Seattle. Only 9 turnovers in that game.
Right, and so the quick turnover here is not something you want to see as Sprewell hits inside. And the T-Wolves lead 5-3. Steve Buckhantz with Phil Chenier as the Wizards looking for their 19th victory on the season. After 31 games last year, they had won only 9. Arenas drains 1. Gilbert at 22.5 points a game is 11th in the league in scoring. Also averages 5 assists, and he's 7th in the league in steals. So you got the number 1 theft guy in the NBA in Hughes and number 7 in Arenas. Jamison's jumper good. Three-pointer for Antoine Jamison, his 29th this season.
Well, that time Irvin Johnson was guarding Antoine and really didn't know what to do with him. He backed off, and Jamison got a real good look at the 3.
Wizards by 3. Sprewell for the long jump shot, rims it. Tipped around and taken by Hughes. He's got Arenas ahead of the pack, and he slams it in.
Once again, the backcourt tandem of Hughes and Arenas working so well together, almost instinctively.
Hudson pushes it up, makes a move on Haywood, and misses. Irvin Johnson is right there. He misses, and Jamison clears. Exciting group of Wizards this year. Jamison off the glass and in.
Boy, they can score points in a moment's notice. Starting to see, there was an article in the Post just yesterday, and I think we're hearing, I think Steve Kerr mentioned it, might be the best backcourt tandem in the league. They continue to play this way. They certainly will show that fact, bear that fact out.
They average 43.2 points per game. That is the highest scoring tandem in the backcourt in the league.
Yeah, and you look at the other things they're doing. Their averages combined 11 rebounds, 10 assists. So, and we showed you the steal.
That stops a 9-0 Washington run. In that run, the Wizards 5 of 6 from the field, including 2 3-pointers. Flip Saunders gathering his troops. Minnesota currently 17-14 on the year. But they've lost 4 of 5. Arenas drives, goes inside, throws it up, no call, and now Kenny Maurer says, yes, there is a foul.
Wow. You know, we saw that a couple of times, and even with that, Gilbert got to the line in the Seattle game 11 times. He was perfect, 11 for 11, but boy, he gets fouled, I think, by Hudson as
Jamison over Garnett, a little short. Haywood is right there.
One of the top players in the league in offensive rebounds.
Hughes with a great move, and he scores off the glass.
Not just that you think of, nice shot, you think of Gilbert going 11 for 11, but how about Brendan Haywood, 8 for 8 from the free throw line, all in the first quarter.
Wizards as a team made 31 of 35 free throws against Seattle. Troy Hudson, the long jumper, and misses inside. Jamison's there. Wizards by 11, their largest. Jamison trying for another three, and he missed that one. Near steal by Arenas, still trying to get it. Great pass inside, and the easy basket by Olowokandi. Good pass from Garnett. 4 points for Olowokandi. Again, Sam Cassell not available to play tonight. He hurt his leg against Philly last night in a 89-84 Minnesota win at Target Center. Hughes, nice pass. Jamison for the jumper. Got it.
He made sure of that one. That's the same place that he missed that last one, and he was discussing with himself. I like that kind of comeback.
Fourth assist for Larry Hughes, and Antoine Jamison has 10 points to lead the Wizards in scoring. KG kicks it out to Anthony Carter, and he drains a 2-point field goal. Carter in his 6th year from Hawaii. Only his 20th game played this year. At his season high against the Wizards when they played last, 8 points. Larry Hughes pops and hits. 3-pointer for Larry Hughes, and he's got 8 points in the quarter.
This already have taken 4 3-pointers. They're 4 of 9 from 3-point range.
Arenas is thinking about it. Hughes will do it. Wizards shooting 54.5% from the field in the period. Sprewell. Oh! Blocked inside by Arenas, and a foul called by Kenny Mauer.
Gilbert will pick up his first personal, but at the other end, he made a spectacular play off this missed Jared Jeffries shot. Comes in from the baseline, 2-hand slam.
What a shot. He's amazing.
See, we watched the game Thursday, and both of us talking about how strong Gilbert Arenas is.
And a technical foul has been called on Michael Olowokandi.
Olowokandi or Carter?
Well, the official, Kenny Mauer.
Well, Carter was the one upset. He thought that Gilbert overpowered him.
They called it on Olowokandi.
Well, I saw him look back at Flip Saunders and say, I didn't say anything. Carter was the one said it. He should have gotten the technical, but as you're saying, Olowokandi gets the tee.
And Arenas converts on the free throw. He has 13 points to lead all scorers. And with a timeout on the floor, it's the Wizards by 10. Antoine Jamison has 10 points for the Wizards. And Larry Hughes has 10 points as well. Arenas with 13. Kevin Garnett left early in the second quarter to get a rest. And the Wizards were up 33-24. Since then, Minnesota has outscored Washington 13-10 thanks to their bench. Well, the Wizards are proud to announce the team has raised $19,500 thus far for the Community Initiative Community 3, sponsored by Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. For every 3-point shot made by a Wizards player this season, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield will donate $100 to Unity Healthcare, a network of health centers and medical sites serving the homeless and uninsured in Washington, D.C.
Boy, Eddie Griffin with that last basket. You can see Eddie Jordan going back.
Oh! He has been doing that with authority this season. Larry Hughes, 5 of 7, has 12 points to get the crowd up off their seats.
He just attacks the basket.
Hassel for Carter's long jumper, good. Seven points for Anthony Carter. in his 6th year from Hawaii. That could have been a foul. No call. And the Wizards' 12-point lead is gone and down to 2.
One thing that has been missing, Washington with no fast break points.
Haywood, he'll try to take some advantage on Olowokandi, but instead he's fouled while he's down. And on Olowokandi, that's his 3rd personal.
You see Eddie Jordan got Brendan back in there. Olowokandi really having his way going against Michael Ruffin. He's 5 for 8 with 10 points.
Troy Hudson coming back in, as well as Kevin Garnett. And Olowokandi, who is 2 points away from matching his season high of 12 points, takes a rest. Jamison back in with Arenas, Jeffries, Haywood, and Hughes. Gilbert throws it up high and misses everything. Haywood knocks it out of bounds, and they'll give it to Minnesota.
Well, he got by his man, Troy Hudson, but he saw the long arm of Kevin Garnett there and he had to loft it a little higher than he wanted.
Wizards starters are all back in the game now, as their bench has been out 12 in this half. Jeffries knocks it away and out of bounds. Good defensive play. Nine seconds to shoot. Garnett, little push off on Jamison. Stumbles in the lane. Kicks it out for the mayor, Fred Hoiberg, who nails a 3. And the Timberwolves have regained the lead by 1.
Well, that was a really quick release from Hoiberg.
Jamison open and drops it in. 2-pointer for Antoine, gives him 12 for the game. Wizards by 1. Coming up, the Netstar 1 halftime report from our Comcast Sportsnet studios in Bethesda. Hoiberg kicks it out for Castle. Hudson on the baseline.
Well, you can see why this team is number 2 in assists. They do a good job of moving the ball around, and right now they have several players that are hitting those open shots.
7th best field goal shooting team as well in the league, averaging 46% from the field. Arenas for 3. Arenas, and he misses. And after the Wizards built a 12-point lead in the first half, Minnesota came on strong and outscored them 20-11. Sprewell dumps it into Garnett. In the lane for Eon. Now he goes out, and the jumper missed it off the side, but Garnett gets it back and misses that. And Jarvis Hayes with good position. .451 to go in regulation. Eddie Jordan coaching like a madman from the sideline. Jamison long jumper, a little short, and he missed it. Wizards are 7 of 20 from 3-point range in this game tonight. Minnesota 6 of 17. Both of them shooting 35% from long range. Sprewell goes all the way, and he has done that all night long. 15 for Sprewell. Arenas, tough move, offensive foul. Fourth personal on Arenas.
Well, this time he goes behind his back.
Boy, Hudson grabbed him by the jersey.
Grabbed by the jersey, still moving in front of him. That's a close call there for Gilbert.
Wizards have missed their last 7 field goal attempts, and this is not the time that you want to get one of those lulls, but it's happening. And Antoine Jamison commits a foul. No one has been able to stop Sprewell.
I think talking about Sprewell, I mean, he's been the benefactor of people trying to help out with Kevin Garnett, who's been able to find some lanes and make some quick moves before the defense can readjust.
T-Wolves beat the 76ers last night, 89-84 in Philadelphia, in Minnesota. But right now they are on a 10-3 run, and they have their largest lead of the game, 5 points. Hughes goes all the way, draws a foul, he'll shoot 2. Stops the clock at 3:50 in regulation.
Both these guards so good at attacking the basket, getting to the glass. Thursday in their game, Larry 8 for 10 from the free throw line. Gilbert 11 for 11. That's 19 for 21 from your starting backcourt. That's pretty good in terms of getting to the line and converting.
Wizards as a team 83% from the line now, 19 of 23. Larry gets them both. Has 26 points. Arenas 32. Jamison 21. And screaming for defense as the Wizards trail by 3. Garnett. Carter penetrates underneath Haslett. And he scores. 10 points for Trenton Haslett. Jamison fouled by Serbiak. Wally doesn't like the call.
Well, you can see Gilbert, Antoine not wanting to use that pick. That would force a switch off, but he still feels he can beat Serbiak to going to his right.
Minnesota had a foul to give. Wizards will have the ball on the side when we come back. Tonight for the Wizards.
I'll tell you, Washington's starting backcourt can do it all. They can score, rebound, make assists. Of course, they're the top steals duo, but they don't fall short in terms of exciting plays. And you've seen just a few of them here tonight from these two guys, Larry Hughes and Gilbert Arenas. 32
points for Arenas, 26 for Hughes. This a critical possession for Washington, trailing by 5. Larry, nice fake, jumper, little short, and Carter the rebound. Wizards are going to have to turn up the defense now and get some stops. Try to snap this 7-game Minnesota winning streak they have over Washington. Garnett is fouled by Haywood, and on Brendan Haywood, that'll be his 5th personal, and KG will shoot 1 plus the penalty.
Well, you've got to talk to yourself if you're Brendan Haywood. I want him shooting from the outside. If he goes up, I'm going to wait till he gets up in the air. I'm not going to go for any fakes. And if he makes that outside jump shot, I have to live with it. But I'm not going to allow him to get me up in the air and then get to the basket. Plus, you see Brendan picks up his 5th personal.
Garnett is 2 assists away from his 16th career triple-double. He's got 22 points, 18 rebounds, and 8 assists. And the Timberwolves lead is 7 with 2:43 to play in regulation. See if the Wizards can come back here. Hughes draws a foul, stops the clock at 2:38, and he shoots 2.
They put so much pressure on a defensive opponent because they're quick and aggressive and strong. Hassel using that right arm to try and slow down Larry Hughes, but they're so strong they'll run right through it. So you apply more pressure and then you get called for the foul.
The Timberwolves have outscored the Wizards 14-6 in the last 4.5 minutes. And all 6 points for the Wizards have come from the free throw line. That cuts it to 5 with 2:35 to play. 28 points for Larry Hughes. Sprewell drives, short jumper, missed it. Hughes ahead to Arenas. Gilbert is fouled and will shoot 2. Garnett turns and hits.
It's so difficult to try and guard.
Arenas lays it in, so he gets it back quickly with 1:55 to play in regulation. 35 for Arenas, his season high 37. Blocked away, and a foul call.
Well, Sprewell going in for the two-hand dunk.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Whoa. Oh.
That was all ball, and you look down low, no body contact either. Well, I'm sure Flip Saunders is saying, well, that's a wash because Anthony Carter didn't touch Gilbert Arenas either.
Eddie Jordan frustrated by the call from Ken Mauer. Six-point lead the Wizards have to make up in just 1:43 to do it. Arenas will try for 3. Good. That cuts it in half rather quickly. A new season high, 38 points for Gilbert Arenas.
Still plenty of time, but they've got to get those stops.
And they throw it away.
Well, they really put some pressure. Szczerbiak just really reacting to that pressure and threw it away from Latrell Sprewell.
1:22 to play in regulation. Wizards trail by 3. Arenas goes all the way to lay it off. No good. Rebound. And Jamison had it knocked away, and he got fouled. It's on Szczerbiak.
Well, even though Gilbert Arenas didn't get that basket, he created the opportunity for Antawn Jamison to get this rebound. Watch, Kevin Garnett has to come over and challenge that shot. Now Jamison right there to pick up the jump. And he has 2 shots from the line.
And these are his first 2 free throw attempts tonight, and he makes the first. 22 for Jamison. And a timeout, Minnesota will stay right here.
Once again, Washington guards getting to the line often and frequently and being very accurate. Arenas 9 for 10 from the line. Larry Hughes 8 for
both of them. It's been a great game for both Arenas and Garnett.
It has. Kevin Garnett 2 assists away from a triple-double, and Gilbert Arenas a new season high.
In the fourth quarter for Washington, Arenas, Hughes, and Jamison are the only players who have scored. Gilbert with 14 in the period, Larry Hughes with 6, and Antawn Jamison with 5, and he's got a free throw coming. Jamison to try to cut it to 1. Just his second free throw attempt in the game. He's got 22 points, 9 rebounds. Timberwolves by 1. They led by 7 moments ago. Here comes the Wizards defense.
Boy, Carter picks the dribble up way out on the floor.
Garnett guarded by Jeffries. Nearly knocked away. He lost his dribble.
Double dribble.
He double dribbled. Nobody saw it.
I don't know how they missed that.
Hughes for Jarvis Hayes. Missed it. Rebound to Hughes. Arenas off balance, and he'll shoot two. Whoa!
Boy, the crowd up on his feet. You just saw that ball in flight. Just went off the back of the rim. The contact from Szczerbiak, and look how long that ball. Good rotation, good arc on it.
Arenas is 9 of 10 from the line tonight. Szczerbiak picks up his 4th personal. Gilbert Arenas is 2 points away from matching his career high of 41, which he had against the Wizards in March of 2002 when he played for Golden State, the game in Oakland. Timeout, Minnesota. Wizards have the lead by 1. And he's also directing tonight's action, along with Matt Mastracci, our graphic artist, and our colleagues at Comcast Sportsnet.
It comes down to the D.
Szczerbiak inside, and he missed it. Rebound Jamison, and he's fouled. A huge miss by Wally Szczerbiak. And he looked over at Garnett and said, good pass.
Yeah, that was a good pass, and he knows he should have made that, but he starts to fooling around here, faking it. I thought he traveled, actually. Instead of going up strong, he went up rather timidly and gave the defense a chance to kind of recover. But see right there, he goes up strong. He's probably going to get that shot off. If not, at least get fouled.
How big are these free throws from Jamison? He's made both of his attempts tonight.
Boy, that was big. You want to try and get both these free throws to force
Minnesota to make
into
a three.
Yeah, force Minnesota into shooting the 3.
Surprised Saunders hasn't brought Fred Hoiberg into the game. But now Jamison misses them both. And timeout, Minnesota. How do you like that? Missed it. Rebound, Jarvis Hayes. And he's fouled. Oh, my.
Well, 2 things to remember. Number 1, sit up there and make these free throws. Take a look at this last sequence. Good defense. Jarrett forces Garnett to fade away. Jarvis runs this ball down. Now, like I said, important to make these 2 free throws. Minnesota has no timeout. Force them to get the ball in the backcourt after these free throws.
So far this quarter, the Big Three have all 28 of Washington's points. But Jarvis Hayes will try to move his way into that scoring column. One more free throw, and Minnesota will need a 3-pointer to tie the game. There are 3 seconds remaining in regulation. Hayes is 2 of 2, 2 of 9 from the field, has 6 points. But he's an 85% free throw shooter. Garnett. This is good if it goes, and it doesn't. And the Wizards have defeated the Timberwolves. What a game by Washington. They look to be down and maybe out, down by 7 with a couple of minutes to go, and they came back to win it.
They have come back. They have won a number of very close games. And pulling it out in the stretch, this has to be a very gratifying feeling to come back and win it on 2 consecutive defensive stops.